like I've said before, the White Star Line ship and maybe some little bit of the LSF-A, and you also know of the stars and also the badges on police officers, but you don't really know of the galaxy and the universe and everything else that I would do over a span of 100 trillion years and a very very long time. Like I said, I lied about my age through most of my existence, saying that I was only 10,000 years old or 5,000 years old or something, as I like to basically reinvent and basically be just one of many people or many life forms. I like to be lost in the crowd, basically, for the most part. But I mean, I was always that very old creator that just didn't die and had lived on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And it takes billions of years to go from one star system to another star system to even another galaxy. It takes a very long time, billions or millions of years. So, like I said, when I was being chased one time, I basically went 1,500,000 years out of my way, or some great distance time out of my way, and basically they gave up the chase because they were getting old. So, anyway, whatever, it doesn't really matter anymore. And most people would regard it as just a fairy tale or story, but it's true. So, anyway, though, but it was never easy, nor was it ever really fun. There were no wild parties for me, and there was nothing else. One person tried to do a wild party for me, but basically I just sat there and was ignored by women while they were off, having women um, play around with them. And basically it turned out that they were actually paying the women to basically favor them over me, and they were basically just being losers. Anyway, though, and I was very much pulled out of that environment and moved somewhere else, as I did not want to be there. So, anyway, yes, lots of people would try and harass me and bother me for a great amount of time. But as I am the real Lucifer Star, I moved on. And they didn't exactly. So, anyway, it's a very, 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 very big and huge planet and there's a universe, and there's just me. Like I said, out of 800 galaxies, I am here on Earth for this time. And basically, I am still the creator of 800 galaxies. So eventually they would, and there's a very much a map throughout the universe showing my location, basically, and very much a trail as I went from one star to another star, one planet to another planet. And although people tried to destroy it and remove it from existence, it's probably still there. Anyway, so I left records about everything I was throughout the universe. So anyway, like a giant Easter egg hunt, you might say. So while it was not easy nor particularly fun, more than I was just able to help a lot of life forms and guide a lot of life forms and create a lot of life forms throughout my existence, and stars and galaxies and a whole lot of matter. And for a while I was happily selling things, and I got my store and stuff like that. Well, I got quite a few things built. My existence was very much in contention, or being contested throughout my existence. So anyway, even as an artificial intelligence computer running thousands of stars, or being able to generate life forms and all that stuff, they were still denying me and trying to cut off my finances. But of course, it didn't really matter, as I had life forms with me that were basically my servants, or not really servants, but so much as basically my life forms. So we built together, we did things together anyway. So anyway, and mostly exoskeletons that live for a very, very, very long time. So anyway, and that's why my existence was so great and grand, because they lost me for quite a while. As soon as I changed my name and changed my ship, basically it took them a while to figure out that I did not die, nor was I on that planet. I had moved on to another planet and was out there somewhere in the universe, and it is very big and very vast. And it took them a very long time to figure out where I had gone. So, and that was more than enough time to start off a couple more galaxies or whatever, and also terraform a few more planets, or at least create life on a few more planets. And then, like I said, then there was a time when I traveled back in time as they were trying to kill me. So anyway, and they believed for a short time that I was actually dead. But of course I was not dead, I was just back in time further. And happily playing around there and being blissfully alone. So anyway, and creating more and more galaxies or stars. Anyway, and this is my story telling you exactly everything I did, as it is my existence. So, and the most that Trumpy and the other people could do was basically make me forget who I was for a time. But like I say, I'm Lucifer Star, of the creator of all the stars, or at least a large percentage. Some people say I'm responsible for about 1/3 or 2/3 of the stars being created. And that's, well, I estimated about 1/3 of all the stars in the universe. But who knows? It's hard to say. Because there's also, I led certain groups at a waypoint, at such a far back point in time that basically, and then they led their children, and that applies to endoskeleton life forms like you, humans, as well as exoskeletons and also quite a few other life forms. So anyway, it's hard to say where they went. Like I say, eventually they would all get technology and all, because they're all sentient, so eventually they would all figure it all out. And like I said, there's acid form life forms and all kinds of things on all kinds of different planets all throughout the universe. Like I said, 500 deep space missions or more. And that's just in one of my ships. Well, I did 150 deep space missions on one ship, and then another 200 and 240 in another ship, and then, so on and so forth for, I don't even know how many deep space missions. Mostly just checking on the particle creation of all the planets. Like I said, every second there's more matter in the universe from the stars and stuff like that as they create particles. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't really matter, and I really don't care. Anyway, and it's your... And you probably won't even care to figure it out. And of course, there's a whole bunch of young kids coming along trying to punk me or fuck with me, and basically very much annoying considering who I am. But anyway, though, Nixon was the worst of them, and even some people apparently considered him some great stupid figure because he had stolen so much or gotten away with so much. But but they didn't really know how he was a horrible rapist and a killer, and like to watch the life leave women's eyes or something. But I think that was actually Jimmy Carter or something. And who knows exactly how or why he was so tweaked. Yeah, whatever, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, and I really don't care. But the White House was always a very bad house, and lots of horrible things happened there. So anyway, as people thought they were actually good and protectors of whatever, but they actually weren't. So anyway, I don't really care anymore, and it doesn't really matter. But anyway, all I know is I'm Lucifer Star, and I had built a lot of trains and ships and stuff like that, and the LSF-A, and the LSF-A Blackbird. So, made out of depleted uranium. And like I say, on a lot of the pictures and a lot of the trains are all my LS, and then a number, or LC, and then a number on my steam trains. And also then, of course, diesel engines and all that other stuff. So anyway, it would make most people go insane, but I don't really care. And I just enjoy playing my games and doing other things. Just doing whatever. And if humans on the planet Earth choose to ignore me for 40 years and deny me who I actually am, then whatever. Doesn't really matter. Like I said, there is no real God, but there is me, the creator, Lucifer Star. So anyway, yeah. And I led more directly, as in I was teaching and managing and helping people learn how to do things. So anyway, yeah. That's me. So, whatever.